to have Piers Corbyn of WeatherAction.com on with us from England. Very busy guy. I twisted his arm to stay till 45 after because this is a short segment. And you know I don't normally gush at guests. It's just somebody who even mainstream media has to admit has about an 85% accuracy rate in year-out forecasting. I mean, they can't get anything right here in Austin past 2 or 3, 4 days. So they can track a weather system and pretty much get down what it's going to do, but they can't track the larger areas. And so because they want to push man-made global warming, they have this quackery that the moon and the sun, and they said that last year at Copenhagen, an official UN declaration that the sun does not affect climate. The sun is the driver. Is it not astrophysicist, meteorologist Piers Corbyn?
That's right. The sun drives it, and the main climate driver is through magnetic effects involving charged particles modulated by lunar influences. And the main cycles of weather observed on Earth are, in fact, solar-lunar driven. The 60-year cycle in the Pacific temperatures and American temperatures is a solar-lunar effect, and that modulates, if you like, the main magnetic effect, which is a 22-year cycle of world temperatures.
So what is the current cycle point we're in right now, and what do you see coming up in the next 12 months?
Right. What we've got now is we're leaving the solar minimum. We've left solar cycle 23, and we're in the start of solar cycle 24, and it's been hiccuping in its starting, and it's a lot of solar activity has tended to be low, and at the same time we're in a very fortuitous, if you like, lunar phase in the eclipse cycle of the moon, where we've just had some eclipses, and these appear to be accentuating the blocking tendencies of the jet stream, which we predict. And these blocking tendencies are very important for extreme events, like they're leading to these extreme cold situations in Britain and Europe, and your major blizzards and cold blasts in America. They also lead to very warm bits in different parts at times, but the key thing is right now the extreme cold experienced. And these extreme blockings are going to continue through January and February and right through the year. So we'll see a lot of extreme type of things, a lot more cold spells than the global warmers would like us to have. And it will generally look like a kind of different weather situation where we'll go through this year compared with previous years. We've entered some sort of pretty fundamental shift, I would say, in weather patterns.
Again, here's my simpleton question. Obviously, the moon is involved in the same orbits and gyrations and is stable, but the sun, do we have any idea on its short cycles? Obviously not its long cycles. So it looks to me like that's a major variable in that the sun is fluctuating and we don't know. So we have to always understand that's the big wild card, because though even the ancients understood the relationship with the moon and the sea and the overall weather, isn't the sun the big wild card?
Well, yes and no. There's a lot of things on the sun which are happening, which we can't see, but we nevertheless know they happen and change the way in which the solar wind gets to us and the magnetic linkages, and we can predict some of those very well. Like we know there's certainly going to be shock waves, if you like, in the solar wind, some of which will help blocking and give us, for example, a cold blast in Britain or America if the blocking is in a certain place, and others lead to the jet stream being more mobile and it generally wetter and milder in the northern hemisphere, and we can distinguish between these two types of effect. Generally speaking. In terms of activity on the sun, I mean, an important thing is it spins around on its axis, so something that happened 27 days ago may come back in 27 days, every 27 days. because it spins relative to the Earth in 27 days. But at the same time, it changes on its surface, so you can't rely on that. But solar flares come in bursts of typically every 155 days on average, which is quite an important thing. There's many cycles and subcycles on the sun.
So we do know a lot about it. Okay, stay there. I want to come back and talk more about the sun. I want to talk about jet streams and a lot more with Piers Corbyn of weatheraction.com. I'm Alex Jones of Infowars.com. Our final segment with our guest. Straight ahead. Stay with us.